Hi, and welcome to Lunch with Lisa. And today, we're gonna cook Zucchini Pizza Casserole. It's Lunch with Lisa. Hi, I'm Lisa, and I cook quick and easy healthy meals. The same meals I used to lose 33 pounds. I went from this to this. And I created this channel to show you just how quick and easy it is to eat healthy meals. So today we're gonna cook a zucchini pizza casserole, and this pizza casserole is so delicious. You won't miss pizza. For this dish, you're going to need 2 medium-sized zucchini, some salt, 2 eggs, boop, boop. You're gonna need some grated parmesan cheese, fresh mozzarella, some cheddar cheese, some cooking spray. So I have this cool spray bottle that you can find on my Amazon store, and I just fill it up with avocado oil. And you're gonna need ½ pound of ground meat. You could use beef. I'm gonna use ground turkey today. It is very low in fat. You're going to need an onion, and you're going to need a can of diced tomatoes, the Italian ones. These have basil, garlic, and oregano. And if you can't find the Italian ones, just sprinkle in some basil, garlic, and oregano. Make it Italian yourself. Everyone likes a little Italian in them, right? The last ingredient is just a small bell pepper. I'm gonna have this one here. I'm probably only gonna use half of this. And you could also add some extras in this. I actually love veggies on my pizza, so I might add in some olives. So go ahead and grab some olives if you have them. All right, the first step to making this dish is to shred the zucchini. So I have this container here. I'm gonna shred it. I'm gonna sprinkle it with some salt, and I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit to get some of the moisture off of it, and then squeeze it out. Here we go. Look at that, so nice and neatly in there. Go ahead and preheat your oven to 400 degrees. I'm gonna be using my air fryer right back there behind me. I'm just gonna sprinkle 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt on top of my zucchini and mix it up in and let it sit for 10 minutes. Then it's just gonna strain out all the liquid. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes, and I went ahead and squeezed out most of the juices from the zucchini. And so I'm left with, it's still pretty wet. It doesn't have to be super dry. We're not making cauliflower crust or anything. So it's okay if it stays a little wet. And we're gonna go ahead and add the rest of the ingredients. I'm gonna turn on my burner just to get that going. So we're gonna cook our meat next. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 eggs in here. 1, 2. That's about right. We're gonna do ½ cup of grated parmesan, then 2 ounces of the mozzarella, 2 ounces of shredded cheddar. My little shredder back. Gave it a little rinse after the zucchini. I'm gonna do 4 ounces. I'm just gonna shred it in half. That's about half. Break that up. This is all gonna kind of melt together. I love cheese. I could eat it all the time. So I'm just gonna have a little bite. Oh, and I'm so excited about this mozzarella. I love fresh mozzarella. I would love to make my own one day, but I haven't worked up the nerve yet. So now I'm gonna use half of this ball, and the rest I'm gonna put back in the fridge. And then for this one, so I'm just gonna cut it up. It's gonna be hard to shred when it's this fresh. So I'm just gonna chop it. You could probably use a better knife than this. This is what I'm going with, so my steak knife. Okay, shred it up as much as I can right now. Okay, so we're just gonna mix this up really good. Those eggs all incorporated and the cheese spread throughout. Y'all, this is so good. Okay, that's our mixture, and I want to spray my pan. I'm going to use this Pyrex pan. It's not Pyrex, but looks like one. Lube it up really good so that that egg does not stick. You want it nice and slippery. And then we're just going to dump the mixture in and press it down flat. All right, we're gonna stick this in the oven and let it bake uncovered for 20 minutes. While that's cooking, we are going to cook our meat. Now you can use beef for this, which it does taste really good with beef, but I went ahead and got this ground turkey. Super excited. So I am gonna put some oil in my pan, nice and hot. And I'm only gonna need half a pound, but I'm gonna go ahead and cook all of it because I can store the rest of the meat for later and cook it with another meal later this week. Yes. It's already smelling so good. Woo, getting a facial. Everybody loves a good facial. You know what I'm saying? You do, you know. Here, this is where I should have stopped. Cooked the meat fully and then split it in half. I was cooking a whole pound of ground turkey and it needed to be half a pound. So just be sure you cook your meat and split it in half before you add in the onions. I need to cook the onion with this too, so I'm gonna go ahead and chop that up real quick. I'm gonna use my chef's knife. Cutco, man, they make the best knives. 1/3 cup of chopped onion. So I think we're just gonna use like half the onion. Perfect. Turn that up a little bit. The onions, I guess, are a little cold. To the meat and the onions, we're gonna add the tomatoes. So I'm gonna go ahead and open those up the correct way. Look at that. And then it dumps out so easily. It said to strain off any liquid you might have after your meat. You cook your meat, and I didn't have any with this turkey. All right, now that our meat is cooked through, I'm gonna set this aside and I'm gonna fix the rest of our toppings. And that's really just slicing up this green pepper and then some few olives, because I wanna add olives to this dish, and then shredding the rest of our cheese. I love this trick. Much easier with a chef's knife. That mozzarella is so good. All right, I just have to wait 10 more minutes and then the crust will be done, and we're just gonna add the toppings and stick her back in the oven. All right, I just pulled it out of the oven. Look at that. I love how it's kind of like deep dish pizza. You could put it in a bigger pan, like a 9x13, and make it thinner crust, but I really like it in this like 8x8 or 9x9, whatever this is. So once it comes out, you're gonna take your meat mixture with your tomatoes and dump that on top. Juices and all. It's gonna fill it up. Look at that. Woo! So just even it out. Then you're gonna spread all the toppings on. So I'm gonna sprinkle the cheese first. Then put your bell pepper as much as you want. I mean, it's a veggie. Some olives. Sprinkle the rest of the cheese. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be so good. Try to get it to the four corners. Which reminds me, I tried going to the Four Corners once. They only take cash, and I don't know if there was an ATM anywhere near it. So we had to just keep driving. My son was 5. He doesn't even remember it, so we'll go back there one day, I hope. I'm sticking all these veggies on here. I'm not letting them any go to waste. Now we're just gonna stick this back into the oven for 20 minutes or until it's heated through and all melty. Whoop. Don't forget to use your pot holders. I'll be back when that is ready to eat. It'll be 20 torturous minutes for me and in no time for you. Well, you don't get to eat it or smell it unless you make it at home. Oh my goodness. Listen. It smells so good. You know what I've always wanted to do is put some pepperoni on top of this. But it smells so good. Oh my God. And that mozzarella, I think it really made a difference. That fresh mozzarella, you can see it so white on there. Ah, yum. I'm gonna let it sit here for like 5 minutes and just chill and let all those juices kind of reabsorb so it solidifies a little bit, maybe 10 minutes because it's kind of hot. Oh, that looks so good. So I've let this rest here for about 15 minutes, absorb all that liquid back in. This makes 4 servings. So I'm gonna cut this into quarters. Oh yes, oh look at that, yummy. All right, the main thing I love about this is look how much food is in this serving. It's so big. People say all the time it's the motion of the ocean, but really it's the size that matters. This is a nutrient dense food, and it's not gonna be super dense, energy dense. It's nutrient dense. It's got lots of nutrition and there's a lot of it, but it's only what, 300 to 400 calories. Tastes like a pizza casserole. So good. It tastes good with the turkey. I think I might like it better with beef. I just wanted to try it out. So dang delicious. It's got like the pizza spices. You don't miss the crust because it's got the egg and the zucchini down there. I can't even tell I'm eating zucchini. And I'm getting all these veggies and all this protein. So good. Now this does take about an hour to cook, but it is super easy. And there's really no reason why you shouldn't plan ahead a little bit and make this dish. If you like my channel and you want to see more content like this, make sure you leave a comment. You could give me a donation over at Coffee, buy me a coffee, coffee.com/lunchwithlisa, or join my Patreon, patreon.com/lunchwithlisa, and you get to watch these videos 1 week early before anyone else. And then you can try out your recipes and give some feedback right when the videos come out on YouTube for the public. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the flip side. It's Lunch with Lisa. Oh man, I'm gonna eat the crap out of this. I should have eaten like an hour ago. I did not plan ahead for this. So I was kind of getting a little grumpy. It happens. Oof, some Greek yogurt would be really good on this. Or crushed red pepper. I need to get some. Crushed red pepper. Oh, it's so good. This pizza, you're gonna need some grated parmesan, and I have, not parmesan. Well, I just dropped an egg. Hate wasting food. All right, we're gonna stick this in the oven and let it bake uncovered. These are fat, so use them if you can afford to. If you're still in weight loss, lay off the olives. But I'm not, so my body needs the fat. Come on. All right, you guys,